How's it going, people? It is Liam Catterson here with another episode of iZombie. This is episode number 5 of season 2. Things looking kind of up for Liv and Major. They got kissing at the end of last episode, but we know that he is sleeping with Gilda, I think her name is, so that's going to come to light in a couple of episodes. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into this episode. Really good stuff last time. Nice vocals from Liv as well. That was really, really great. But I really thought that the last episode was pretty great. And yeah, I'm looking forward to see what this episode brings us. So why don't we get into episode number 5 of season 2 for iZombie. Let's go.
This kissing.
I've been kissed by blonde Liv before. Still human.
That wasn't as prolonged and there were no tongues involved. Do you have any open sores in your mouth?
Sexy.
I don't think so. I think it's more
have you been brushing your teeth?
concerning.
So hard.
Has left you living or living dead?
She's only looking out for
Hey, what you got there?
no more kerfuffle, etc. Someone scored, right?
Sidewalk. I slip. I reach out for you. I scratch you. Instant zombie.
So far, to me, it sounds like all of our problems could be solved with condoms and rock salt.
But you came over here because you needed help. We were best friends. Let's be that again.
Oh, there we go.
Nope.
It's so difficult when there's an audience,
Nope.
Clive.
Sorry, my third eye is a little unfocused. I skipped breakfast.
All right. Well, let me know if you get anything.
Will do.
Shoot.
We've got a zombie exterminator working for us. Why don't I just ask him to bring us some?
Whichever puts a sample in my hand first.
This is barbaric.
Lottery pick this year on Kristaps Porzingis. Darko Milicic.
We're really talking basketball now. I caught you trying to put paper clips in here a couple of weeks ago. You thought it was for knickknacks. Porzingis is built for the triangle.
Yeah, implementing that motion offense with Carmelo, the biggest ball stopper in the league on your team. What could go wrong?
Liam pretends to understand
Can I
basketball.
help you, fellas?
Because that mama's boy needs a serious lesson in keeping his mouth shut.
This guy's a
Hey,
prick.
Brandy, I asked you a question. When I talk, you listen. You hear me?
Okay, let's arrest this
Don't ignore me,
prick.
woman.
Step back. Sir, can you tell me where you were last night at midnight?
The public library. My whole softball team was with me.
Right.
Were you
and the
throwing
boys were
books
hosting
because you're a
discussion of the
piece
latest
of
Danielle
shit?
Steele novel.
He became convinced he wasn't going to survive the night. He asked me to take care of his dog.
I'm surprised he was so lucid.
Could say this is really
Yeah.
eating Major up.
Me too.
Especially with a dog.
I'm gonna be the guy who helps others get back up. I know you've taken some haymakers lately. I know that this time it's harder to get back up
She's
than
giving
it's ever
she's
been.
giving the pep talk.
You're Major Mother flippin' Lillywhite, and you don't quit.
God, you're so weird.
Open a window, it reeks in here. Shower, for God's sakes, and clean this mess up.
Got some balls, man. Showing up at my house, telling me how
I
to
love
raise
you,
my
Clive.
kid. So how about you get back in your car?
Yes! Clive, let's go! Let's go! Yes,
Put
buddy!
your hands on your son again.
My respect for Babanow has just went through the frickin' roof.
It's just forensic evidence at meet cute suggests there was at least one other shooter. And we never found his plane.
I'm familiar with the case, Clive. I'm the one who pulled you off.
Ah!
Peace. Boat Party Utopian, courtesy of your friends over at Shady Plots. Blaine says you'll know what to do with it.
He's gonna need that cure muy pronto.
Oh, I don't like where this is going. I feel like this is too easy. This is...
What's cooking?
Just grilling everything.
Who is this porn star?
My ex-fiance.
Uh-oh!
Really?
Yeah. You think you're shocked. I was just...
Oh my god, are you okay?
Shit! I just love how that was in conjunction with what she needed. Back at Max Rager and...
tainted utopia.
From Blaine and his friends at Shady Plots, a group that evidently
jealousy.
includes the...
I want to see ball movement, proper screens, hard cuts to the hole. And if I don't,
push-ups.
I'm gonna run you like dogs.
You want to know? Ah!
Tried to warn you.
Yeah.
You want to dance? You gotta pay the band.
Daddy! Hey!
Oh no!
Just look at you. Huh?
Okay,
See,
I
these
understand
people who've been
that
infected,
Bitcoin
they're
is
just
untraceable, but there must be...
trying.
We found a strand of his hair deep in a sink drain. At Meet Cute.
Oh, see, she is. I thought about that last episode, and now it's happening again. She is pushing Clive into the
zombie on site,
known world of zombies.
over their names.
Why we're calling a rat bird? Isn't that right, Boba Rat?
Boba
Again,
Rat,
with the
I love
rats,
it.
you
The
too.
book.
So that $4,000
Boba
donation
Rat.
to Mike's Funder's Keeper
Dun,
page is a
dun,
dead
dun,
end.
dun,
Whoever
dun.
made it used Bitcoin. Untraceable, apparently.
Oh, Bitcoin.
Babino.
Site.
Oh, so you have high rises here in the Shire.
Bulldozers, the whole 9 yards.
Oh, and the citizenry doesn't suspect witchcraft.
I love how Robbie is just
This
willing
was
to
found
go
on
to
evidence.
war against him.
Now, I believe he was working on the site, fell.
Huh. So that hammer would come in handy for breaking kneecaps. It's what people in his line of work do. The security tape showed Tally going to the 14th floor an hour before
They're
Mike
gonna
was shot.
go for it.
Who occupies the 14th floor?
Well, law office. Heavy hitters representing some of Seattle's shadiest clients.
Pay up or lose a kneecap?
You didn't have the money, but you did have a bat within reach.
Sounds like a good weapon to beat the shit out of someone.
This is all conjecture.
I'm assuming that's not
Stop doing
ketchup.
conjecture when this turns out to be Telly Levin's blood.
That was unwise.
Oh no. Oh no. Yep, I had a feeling it was not good news.
Needs work, Doc.
No, this was all part of the setup. Sheesh. Hey! Sucks to be you, Blaine.
Well,
Good job,
that's my
Ralph.
cardio for the day. God, I had no idea that was part of his plan.
You'll testify to that fact?
I mean,
I
the deal
believe
is
him
right.
about Mike.
I'll give you the name.
Only one guy at your firm showed up just before Mike's killing.
I don't need a name.
We know. I think we have an idea.
He's attached to each of the potential zombies we've given you, and the likelihood of these 8 names all coming back negative is low.
Nothing's impossible. Major solo. Oof. Good on Major, though.
Want more? I want us to be together again.
Aww.
Major.
Victor, nothing's changed.
I know all the risks and all the reasons it can't work, but I don't care. I'm a better man with you in my life.
He needs her.
Can I give it another shot?
He needs her. He needs her. Is Liv gonna...
Hey, you've reached Liv's phone. Leave a message.
Is Liv gonna fall?
Hey, Liv.
This is a brain. Ho 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 ho! Someone's going to get pulled. Like, it's only a matter of time right now. Like, especially in the past few episodes, Clive has been teetering on the edge of the whole zombie world. And now Mrs. Suzuki comes in with a piece of brain. See, there's a part of me that thinks, is this a bit suspicious, or was she genuinely poking around? Because there's an inkling of me that feels like, okay, something's up. Someone got to Mrs. Suzuki. What if it's that? Oh my god. That newcomer from the last episode who was, yeah, what if it's her? What? Oh my god. She knows something. She knows something. And when Clive was getting bollocked because of the fact that he contacted Mrs. Suzuki's wife, maybe, well, I don't know if she somehow overheard, but she knew what was going on. She influenced Mrs. Suzuki to check out. Yeah. Oh my god. So some very interesting moments happened in this episode, and some very, very fun interactions occurred, especially with Ravi. Like, not just him and that doctor, where he was just willing to give the right hook. You could just see it. He was just so incensed. Like, when Clive said where they needed to go, and Ravi explained why he was just not ready to go there. Like, it was just really, really gold. And that wasn't even, like, the tip of the iceberg. I think Ravi's scuffle with Blaine was just perfect. Like, just seeing them fight around the morgue over the anti-cure was just well executed, in my opinion. It was just very, very fun, very comical, and I just loved it. So I had a feeling that the vial that Scotty's twin gave was bad news, and bad news it was. Something that would be very, very beneficial for Blaine if he had it, but seems like, well, he didn't seem too fussed about it, so, that's concerning. But it was just really, really gold seeing them two scuffle. I really loved it. Oh, pardon me. But yeah, I really thought this was a great episode. I feel like that agent, I think Dale was her name? Dale, yeah. I think she definitely knows something. I don't know. Like I said, it seems... I mean, Clive wasn't exactly wrong in terms of having his suspicions in terms of Suzuki killing himself, because we saw him blow up... we saw him blow up the place, and yeah. Just obviously there was that appalled reaction from Mrs. Suzuki, and he got bollocked for suggesting it could be a suicide rather than a murder, etc. But it does seem very, very... I don't know. I'm just getting an odd vibe that the newcomer, that Dale knows something. And it doesn't necessarily mean that she is nefarious, etc. I feel like she's a good character. I don't feel like she's a replacement for Suzuki, who obviously was more leaning to the more antagonistic side of things. He had that pact with Blaine, etc. So yeah, I feel like she's wanting to let Clive in on the bigger concern at the minute, especially with how Clive made comments in the last episode about how underappreciated he is, I guess, in terms of the eyes of everyone else, and Dell wants to make him more of a hero than everyone else. And thus, I just have that feeling that she contacted Mrs. Suzuki after potentially finding out what all the hubbub was about in terms of Clive getting bollocked, etc. So yeah. But that could be wrong. It's just a theory at the minute. So yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I just have that gut feeling, but we'll just have to wait and see. Speaking of Clive, I want to give him a round of applause for punching the shit out of that abuser. That was just so satisfying. And I am really glad that he didn't get bollocked for that, because the prick had it coming. So, but it is very, very interesting how Clive decided to go on his own accord, park up, and beat the shit out of him, and went all out of his way in making sure that the boy that the child would be in safe hands, that if there was any kind of suspicious behavior that was inflicted on him, that he would get the call. And there is a part of me that might be thinking that, are we going to get more Clive background potentially, as well as the fact that he might be getting roped into the zombie world? Because I don't know, I want to say that's, well, it could be just someone who just hates abusers, which is all fine and well, because I think a lot of us would want to punch the shit out of someone who abused their child, because they don't deserve any kind of satisfaction. So yeah, but I do feel like there might be something more to Clive. Maybe he had a rough childhood himself. So yeah, but it was just really satisfying seeing Clive just go above and beyond to make to make sure that prick got what he deserved. So it was just so satisfying. Like, whenever abusers of any nature, whether it be someone abusing their partner, their child, animals, etc., whenever they get decked like that, it's just cathartic. And it's just really good stuff seeing Clive just do that. But I am wondering if there is something more involved in his life, that something that makes this personal for him, when he learned about the kid getting abused. So, but we'll just have to wait and see about that one, because I am very interested to know a lot more about Clive, as well as, like I said, the fact that he is teetering on the edge of being involved in the zombie world. But yeah, because these last few episodes, I feel like so close, and obviously this is grasping, etc., but there was that moment where, like, he was like, do you have any random visions? And Liv didn't ate the brain yet of Mike. So yeah, that's more of a stretch, but I am really intrigued to learn a lot more about Clive in the future. So yeah, I also really loved how this episode was very developmental for for Major. Although, like I said, the whole Ravi Blaine situation, so good. And of course, we had Blaine getting rid of Gabriel, so yeah. After the low blow that he gave him in the last episode. But like I said, Major, obviously moving on from the utopian, flushing it down the toilet, which is really good stuff. That speech that Liv gave, that motivating pep talk, was really great, because it revived the Major of old. Obviously, he's been going through a bit of a pickle as of late, and the fact that he lied to Gilda as well was just really good stuff as well, because we saw him contemplate going through with what Gilda suggested for him to do, and instead he lied to her, which was just so good. Obviously Gilda is like, I pretty much doubt that. Just froze there. Great stuff. Anyways, as I was saying, yeah, Gilda, nothing's impossible. Maybe your 8 potential suspects were just red herrings. So you gotta learn to take the loss. But obviously we know that Major spared that guy because, especially when it came into the conversation with Gilda and that doctor, when they were pretty much apathetic to the whole, I guess, ironically, you could say humanity that of that zombie that Major captured, and they were like, oh, that he wasn't like your typical stereotypical zombie, etc. So yeah, and then he sees that that zombie reunite with his kid, and it just like he's already had to deprive one person from that dog that he now has, Minor, of course, and you know that's a pretty crushing aspect. You saw how that was tearing him apart, but it just digs even deeper when you see this happy family, and you just can't go through with it. It's not Major, really, especially after the pep talk that Major was given by Liv, which was really, really good, in regards to how she fell in love with the Major of old, and he's obviously been sinking. But also the fact that Liv was able to get him to coach the kids, of course, in basketball, and how he was given a specific talk to that kid who was having a hard time. It's really, really good stuff for Major to be able to grow and try to put his life back on track, to the point where he doesn't really care about the risks and whatnot about getting back with Liv. He does want Liv back in his life. So this is really the Major of old, someone who like pre-zombie, well, turned into a zombie days, I guess. So, but I understand why Liv was pushing him away of sorts, because of all the risks that could come. And until there is a cure that she can take, it's, you know, it has to be on pause for the moment. So I can understand why Liv wants to put things on the pause for the time being. But it is really, really great that Major is getting back on his feet and is sticking it to Gilda, and just really, really, I'm loving this development from him. So yeah, but Crime of the Week stuff, pretty neat stuff, especially with the whole kerfuffle with Mike, and how you had Harry was his name, he would be involved, but he didn't kill Mike. It was that other guy, that Frank, I think his name was, who Liv and Clive confronted. I had a feeling because he did reek about a bit of suspicion, and so Crime of the Week stuff was pretty neat stuff. But yeah, I really enjoyed watching this episode, because like I said, some very interesting moments happened in this episode. I really also thought now that Gilda has what she needs in terms of Max Rager by stabbing Liv, I thought that was pretty interesting in terms of what she needs, and that little bit of jealousy in regards to Liv and Major getting it on. So all the more reason for Gilda to for her to suspect that Major's not being completely honest, because especially the fact that Liv could get into his head, etc. So yeah, but it's going to be very interesting to see where things go from here, especially with Clive, because I feel like we're a few episodes away And I did say that in season 1. But like I said, in regards to Dale knowing something in regards to the zombie world, I could be completely wrong. It's just a hunch. And, you know what they say about, well, you know what I say about theories. It's 50-50 really. So you could be right or wrong. There's no harm in guessing. So here we are. But yeah, pretty neat episode. So I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!